eyebrows set the frame for your entire face, but many people don't know how to shape them correctly. Here to show us everything we need to know is eyebrow specialist Claire Davis. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You have so many cool tools.
Yes.
Let's talk about kind of the basics of you can really frame your face with the eyebrows. A lot of people don't realize how powerful that is.
Brows are huge. So the big thing is brows don't really trend. They really are, you were born with close to brows that are going to probably be the most flattering for your face.
Okay.
So the right brows on your face are going to lift and flatter all your natural features. But the problem is for most people figuring out what does that mean?
Sure.
What are the best brows, or bringing their brows back to life is the brow struggles.
Well, that kind of makes sense too. Don't overdo it. And a lot of people did. We've talked about the 90s trend. We all plucked our eyebrows out.
Gosh, some people's brows have been through it.
And you're restoring them now.
Yes, yeah. We've had like the bad over tweeze brows.
Yeah.
Terrible trends, over tweezed, uneven, over wax, just not knowing what to do really when it's in your own hands.
Sure.
So yes, now there's so many different options. It's 2024. Brows have come a long ways, and there's a million things people can do for them.
Lots of options. So how do you know exactly what brow shape and different aspects are perfect for your face?
Well, there's certain proportions that you measure that will actually, they're unique for everyone, of course, based off of your own facial proportions, but they will measure what the ideal, most flattering shape, arch, brow, size, everything that you would need for your face.
Okay. What is there to know? What are these pictures that we're looking at here?
Oh gosh, okay. So we have got some beautiful brows.
Those look gorgeous.
Yes, so you can see the proportions there. The marking from where your brow should start is center of the nostril straight up.
Okay.
And then we want your tail to end. If you were to draw a line, we'll show you. That will be much easier, but diagonally here. So they should frame the entire face.
Okay.
And you really do want them to also proportionally fit the face. Too skinny of brows on a larger face, too full of brows on a petite face.
Sure.
It's all about proportion and the golden ratio applied to the face.
Okay, and I think we also have some examples of maybe some neglected brows that could use a little bit of love as well. Let's see here.
Yes, yeah, over tweezed brows, brow abuse. There's been a lot of that.
I see some really natural, beautiful color in there though. That's a great starting point.
Yes, so that's the thing. You guys, a lot of the time people have brows that the base is good, but it's like puzzle piece, missing pieces, and rebuilding what you once had is going to bring them back to the most natural, because that's what always looks the most terrible in these trends, is that they don't look natural. That's what's the worst part, is it doesn't wear naturally, so it doesn't look like you.
Yeah, work with what you have to begin with. And I think we have maybe a side-by-side of a good versus bad example to show as well.
So then the way we fill them in, very, very important. Again, looking natural and looking believable. And a lot of this is just not having knowledge, not knowing what to do, and heavy filled in, the comma eyebrows.
Right.
Yeah, the rainbow brows.
Well, and I felt like too, as a lot of fashion trends and beauty trends have changed so rapidly over the last 10 years, some things that we were doing in like 2016 seem cringy now, but that wasn't that long ago.
Yes, and that's why brows don't trend. They don't trend. They should work with your face, because yes, we'll look back on that, and when it's on a permanent level, like some of the permanent cosmetics, which can be amazing when utilized correctly, but otherwise, like, that's a bad mistake because they don't trend. And what we're seeing now is much more natural, fluffy, and looking real. They look like they belong on you.
Okay, okay, we have some more examples here to show. I think our next one is this a more mature or a blonde?
This is, so very faint brows, blonde hair. I am very, very blonde naturally, and my eyebrows are see-through. And when you have clear eyebrows, see-through hairs, it doesn't look like you have any. And so, and that can, not having brows also, it really ages people, often can make you look just faded away, even a little sickly.
Here's a mature example as well, where you can see what a big difference that makes.
It's so anti-aging. Because not having the frame, brows are the frame to the face.
And the bottom example of the after, they look so natural too. You wouldn't think that
and that's, again, because it wears naturally.
Okay, and we have our model here, Carrie Williamson, joining us at the table. Look how beautiful your brows are to begin with.
She actually, I was just telling her, has really great brows. So this is a great example of someone whose brows maybe a little over tweezed over the years.
Did you tweeze Carrie in the 90s?
She already tweezed, she still sometimes does.
I still sometimes do.
We all did. We all were there together.
So we want your brows to begin center of the nostril straight up. She's really pretty darn close.
Yeah.
A little bit further out. And this is really common. She's got some cowlicks. I think cowlicks in the brows are beautiful. It's really common.
I have that too. The ones right here stick straight up and there's nothing you can do about it.
No, they're beautiful though, but people often over tweeze them out.
Yeah.
corner of the nose, corner of the eye. She's pretty darn close to where she should end.
Look at that.
And the arch should go straight, if you can draw a line, straight through your nostril.
Okay.
Right there. So she actually is perfect. But
you are perfect, Carrie.
In every way. But we're going to bring them a little bit. We're going to move her arch and fill her into where she should be.
Okay.
And just show the impact, because I feel like that's what happened. There was really like a brow awakening, I feel, in the 2000s, mid-2000s, when we started seeing celebrity brow artists popping up. Anastasia made her debut on Oprah.
Right, and you actually trained with her?
Yes, and women's eyes were just opened up to the power of a brow.
Yeah.
And how it changes your face and how you look so much more polished.
And it doesn't have to be so heavy-handed like you're showing us here. A few simple
things. It should not be. So you want to start right in the front where we said her brows should start. And really, I always say, if you kind of think of point A, point B, so that where we made that mark is another one, it should be a smooth kind of diagonal line. And her brow bone here will show me how full she should be. And that's the thing, she's just a little bit slim. She also really could use some tinting. There's so many different services for brows now.
Right.
From just shaping, tinting is something most people really, I feel, can benefit from. Because not only do us people that are naturally blonde have blonde eyebrows, but as you age, that is the biggest form of graying, is they lose all their melanin in the hair.
Oh, interesting.
And they fade away. So you still have the hair, but it's like see-through.
It's still there. You just can't really get the effect of it.
Exactly.
Carrie, look at you.
And as you can see, we really do want natural. I always say you don't want your brows to enter the room first.
So what is this?
This is a highlight pencil.
There we go. Your brows to enter the room.
Like you don't.
Everybody got a giggle out of that one.
I'm funny. No, but, it's true, because they should just enhance and flatter. They are there to support, not be like the star. This is a highlighting pencil that is the magic pencil.
It really makes it pop.
It really does. You guys all need this.
Okay.
And see the difference? Like just one side to the other.
And it looks so natural.
Come look at me.
You just did that in 2 minutes.
And she looks just lifted.
Carrie, come on now.
I was telling her earlier, we just need to bump your arch out a smidge. It opens up her face, because her natural brows, when they grow out, it's so odd, but like they'll almost look smaller when they grow out.
Sure.
And it moves her arch in, which then brings her face all closer in together. And that's why proportion is so important with brows, because they can change the way the rest of your face looks.
Sure.
Just by manipulating them to how they should both ideally be.
So outside of a quick makeup routine fix like this, can you explain a little bit about some of the more permanent techniques like a microblading or a lamination?
Definitely. So microblading, powder brows, the newer permanent cosmetic techniques that have come out have been game-changing for permanent makeup. And what used to be like really a terrible thing, in my opinion, with brow tattooing has become undetectable, natural, and that missing link for clients who had over-tweezed brows.
Okay.
So there is a couple different options for permanent makeup. Microblading is going to be more semi-permanent and done with a hand tool to create individual hair strokes.
Okay.
And just rebuild more of a very natural brow. There are other permanent makeup options. There's ombre brows, powder brows, where you get more of a solid and it's done with a machine. It's a little bit on a more permanent level.
Okay.
And a different look, more like makeup. Most clients can benefit from shaping and tinting. Brows were something that were always really overlooked, and there weren't even brow places. And now there's brow studios, and something that was overlooked for so long has become a very popular hair service. And I think just women realizing, I need to go take care of these once in a while.
And there's so much to talk about. We're actually going to run out of time here. But Claire, thank you so much for sharing with us. We'll have to have you back for some more brow magic. And look at Carrie, our gorgeous model. Thank you, my friend. We'll have more information on our website at katu.com. We'll be right back with more Afternoon Live right after this.